Okay, so video update, just because, it took a long time and I got it to work. Um, with the smaller one, of course, this one's already done, and I just wanted to give you a little show of what it looked like from the back and from the front. Actually turned out really nicely. On the inside, I used these new units that hold the batteries. And actually, you can see that I added a little plus, minus, minus, plus where they need to be. I got your on-off switch down here, of course. And, turn off. It don't work. Turn on. It does work. The switch here, I had to have it on the bottom because, as you can tell by looking, there just ain't a whole hell of a lot of room in there. So, but with that, I'll try and give you a side view. It's almost flush. It's just high enough that you can easily turn on and off with your finger. There's a nice little slot in there, so if you have to, you can use a fingernail or, whatever you got on hand. And, yeah, there you go. It works with that. I added a blue LED. I figured that's what you wanted. With this, they are really stuffed in there, so I put little pieces of tape on there, and you just pull them out like that. They come out, You can put them in either way, but it's easier to get this one in first. And it's not like they're hard to put in. You just put it in there and then you just push it into its little slot here. It's kind of hard to do when you're looking away from it. But, push it in there. Then, of course, you turn it on. And I pointed the LED down. You can still see it really nicely from the top. But it's not blinding from the top that way. Plus, when you put the backing and everything on, it actually shows all the way down. And it actually shoots a little nice light onto the chip and everything, and actually you can see it really well through the case. But so far it works great. It goes through all the voltages just fine. I didn't add a dial because, as you can tell, I had to put it in the middle between the batteries, and the potentiometer I would have had to use in order to do that is just a little too thick, and it would have gotten in the way. This is a little flush mount potentiometer, and it actually, it is pretty flush, but it's a little looser, so it's a little easier to turn. It's also got a little arrow on it, so you can kind of tell where you are. But, you don't really have to try too hard to turn it. It's almost, you can move it pretty easily with one finger. At the bottom, I have a little stopper. It stops, it starts to get a little solid right at about 4.5 volts. So that way you know. If you want, I can put notches in it to where you know which voltage you have without actually having to, get a meter or carry a meter with you. But it's working real good, and it vapes fantastic. I think it's right at about 4.5 volts now, and it gives you a real solid vape. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like on the inside and what it looked like with that LED in it. It showed off the interior. And I'm going to start working a little more on your other one, and I should have it done and ready in a few days. Either way, like you said, I know you won't have any money until the 16th or so, which is fine. I'll just have them ready for you. I trust you. But yeah, I got this one up, ready, good to go. I didn't have specifics, but I remembered from your other mod you wanted the silver with the silver, so I just did silver with silver and with the blue button, of course. Sadly, at this point, it's a little impossible to turn back the time. If any of that's a real issue, please let me know, and I can see what I can do. But at this point, if anything, I'd probably just have to sell it and make you another one. On the side, the notching that I told you about, the knarling, it's just real slight right there. There you go. There's a good view of it. And it goes around the edge, stops right there. right there it goes a little deeper, but it's not like, you know, into the case or anything. You can kind of see it right there. But no, I mean, turned out real good, looks real good. I still want to put a little epoxy in, make sure I got it some of the corners and make sure the stuff's all real solid and set together good. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know a little bit. Have a good one.